Heyo, how's it going, everybody? Hope everyone who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome. My name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing a video game on the internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Kamikaze Lassplanes. What's up, Vic? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, so we have finally finished our watch along of the Zanki Zero storyline, so therefore we are now beginning a new weekly game for the time being, and for the time being it's going to be Kamikaze Lassplanes. Yes, I am. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear around here. Yeah, so this is a visual novel mixed with a shoot 'em up game. Very interesting novel fusion, I suppose. This must be what people felt like when they first started seeing Mexican-Irish fusion restaurants pop up suddenly. They were like, what? You do that? Okay. Tell me more, I guess. That's exactly what our experience has been with Lassplanes. We were like, hey, what? You do that? Okay. Tell me more. And so yeah, we previewed the game previously. We've already done a single stream. Now we're going to be going into the deep end and finding out what else the game has to offer, and hopefully we'll also get to some more challenging shoot 'em up sections, because last time around we spent 98% of the stream going through the visual novel stuff, and then finally we got to the tutorial level of the shoot 'em up section of the game. So hopefully this time around we'll get at least maybe another one that's a bit more challenging, or potentially even two, maybe, if the game is feeling super generous. Shmup waifu planes, exactly. So we've only met one of our waifu planes. Alba, I believe, is her name. Yes, because I remember realizing too late in the stream that her name is literally just Albatross. Yeah, so I remember this time. So yeah, we've met our girl Alba, and there is one other one. So it's not the most eclectic visual novel harem to choose from, but hey, you know what? Like when Blaze Blue first came out and people were like, what the fuck is this? This game only has 12 fighting game characters? Why aren't there 70? You know, I think we'll look at it as a quality over quantity type of thing, you know? So hopefully the writing for both of them will be strong enough to where we won't miss the other 5 girls that are part of the harem. We'll make do with just 2. So yeah, not too much preamble tonight. I think we can just go ahead and get into it, you know? So let's just let's get the game started here, and let's kill the BGM. All right, where are we at? Come on, OBS, let's see it. There we go. There we are. All right, so yes, this is our girl Alba. This is how she appears when she initiates her plane transformation. Yeah, it's one of those types. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it, you know? Also, hold on. Yes, we've got a gallery going on here. So here she is when everything's getting serious, and then here we are when things start getting really serious. So yes, we're And then we've got other facial expressions. Look at that. All right. So we've got a fair bit more scenarios to get through, I guess. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get to it. So last time, okay, let's go ahead and give a quick rundown of what we've learned so far. We are a captain pilot person who is stationed at, you know, the Top Gun of this fantasy world where we live in a city in the sky, a Top Gun in the sky, and we've only been there, I don't know, a week or two or something. Suddenly this girl shows up, our girl Alba, and she immediately becomes our manic pixie dream girl. But then we also start suddenly talking about lots of other things. We started discussing like our pasts and our feelings about the being in the army and whatnot. And yeah, to be honest, it all kind of it's all kind of mushed together in my brain. I can't remember specifics, but we definitely yapped a lot. So, and then at the end, we finally finished off with a shmup session, and then also a little escapade in the bathing area. So, hold on a second. Let me just adjust my mic a little bit here. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. All right. So let's go ahead and just continue on here. Let's see. Which one? 2118. Oh, this is autosave. This is my manual save. Yeah, this is 20319. This is 20307. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with this one. 100 years ago, the discovery of a magical ore called light saved the kingdom of Valestia from demise. Wow, light. Oh boy. Okay, so yes, we were in the bath, and then suddenly Alba realized, oh shit, I'm really hungry. So then she ran off to the canteen, like a psychopath. She didn't even dry herself off. She just put her clothes on. I personally can't stand that feeling of like having dry clothes go on over myself while I'm wet. So yeah, I don't understand her, and maybe she isn't the waifu for us if she's gonna be exhibiting that type of behavior. But yeah, so she's ran off to the canteen, and we are in cold pursuit. And I say cold pursuit because we're not really in any hurry to go after her. We're just kind of making our way as we see fit. Agree, had to do that a long time ago. Yeah, not great. Not great. Not a fan. All right, let's just continue on then. So, yeah, like I said, dating, like visual novel / shoot 'em up. So there's gonna be lots of visual novelness going on before we probably get to another shoot 'em up session. So let's just chill out. Let's just take it easy for a little bit, you know. The canteen is strategically situated near sleeping quarters on the edge of Sky Fortress. Ooh. Oh, it's got a cozy, homey, cabin-like feel to it, honestly. I like it. Honestly, so the backgrounds here have all kind of had this really nice, picturesque kind of an aesthetic to it. Lots of really nice, soft lighting. I really like the background art, not gonna lie. Oh, get used to this music, because if I remember correctly, this is like the only music that exists in the game. Like, no matter what the mood is, no matter what's actually happening, no matter if we're supposed to feel excited or scared or horny, or like we're ready to get the action started, it just plays the same soft, ethereal, relaxing, lo-fi new age piano lick the entire time. It sounds nice, but I'm just gonna say, we could have done with, I don't know, at least a couple other tracks, you know? There's this rule in animation where you have essentially these 5 cardinal expressions that you need to have for your character. And it's literally the characters from Inside Out. It's joy, it's anger, sadness, fear, and disgust. That's why whenever you see character reference sheets, you see the different expressions that the character has. It's usually like those 5 expressions will be accounted for. So I feel like we could have used that, but with the music. Again, I like this music. It's nice and it's relaxing, but situations aren't always relaxing. Anywho. The windows overlook the ocean and the sky with clouds, big and small, floating lazily here and there. At dinner time, the sun slowly sinks below the horizon, and its golden light shines through the windows. A long counter stretches on the right wall of the room, separating the common hall from the kitchen. The quartermaster has already put platters with food there. Not that I could see them through this crowd. My walk takes longer than expected, and the base is full of starving soldiers. When I arrive soon after Alba rushed out of the bathhouse, it's already crowded. Too late, man. Should have gotten in. Should have gotten in on the crypto craze while the iron was hot. God, does anyone remember that? Does anyone remember when capitalists were so desperate for us to be okay with NFTs? And we were just like, no, we don't want these. And they were like, pretty please, will you be okay with NFTs? And we were like, no, stop. And they were finally like, okay. Man, what a time. What a time. I think there are still a couple of companies still going for it. I think like Ubisoft and Square Enix, I think they're the only holdouts left. Good luck to them. Actually, no. Bad luck to them. I wish all of the bad luck on them. Granted, Ubisoft is so yeah. It's funny how much pressure the kingdom puts on us and how few dinner line privileges we get in exchange. Yeah, how about that? It's almost like you're expendable. People that got invested in NFTs in the business that got screwed over when that flunked. Yeah. All my apes gone. So good. It seems like a trivial whim, but I wouldn't mind priority service. Hey, there she is. Also, I still don't know how to get rid of the UI so that I can just look at the stuff. Yeah, it's not right click. It's not any of that. There's gotta be a way, right? There's gotta be. Hold on a second. Let me look here. Let's see. Kamikaze Lassplanes. Hide UI. Come on. It's gotta be here. How to hide. Wait, that's Lego Star Wars video game. Come on, man. Ain't no shot that there's no way to do it. Community hub. Come on. Hey, what's up, Kai-san? Thanks for stopping in. Hope everything has been well for you. Hope all is good. Been way too long. Yeah, it's been a while. Has school got you busy? Is it going well? Is everything all good in the neighborhood in that regard? Hope it is. Thanks for stopping in. Let me see. Hide UI, hide HUD, or wait, I put hide. God damn it. Hide HUD. Okay, just search hide. Okay, there's no way to do it, evidently. Amazing. Love it. All right. Couldn't even stand the smug entitlement of NFT buyers as well. Indeed, I know. Have I been? I've been fine. I was about to say I've been all right, and then I was about to say fine, so I was about to say a fine, which I guess I could just commit to it. I've been a fine, you know. Could be better, could be worse. Just a perpetual state of a fine. Tross runs up to me as soon as I cross the threshold. There's madness in her eyes. I take a step back.
Wow!
Oh yeah, I forgot there's partial voice acting in this. Oh, Walter, the food here, it looks glorious. All these dumplings, the chicken. I didn't know Sky Fortress was so well supplied. I try to lead her to an open seat I spotted, but Alba is standing still. She's just standing there, menacingly. Her dreamy gaze wanders all over the counter, onto which the cooks are putting more dishes. I'm certain I see drool gathering in the corners of her mouth. That's good. You want to make sure that she's well equipped. With despair, I notice some people take the seat I had my eyes on while Alba turns into a stone statue. As soon as she noticed the food, everything else became unimportant. She's just like me for real, for real. Yes, it's all up for grabs. Don't worry, the quartermaster prepared enough for everyone. Nobody will steal it. The food can wait a bit. Let's just find a spot to sit and get back here when... Whoa! Okay. I turn to her and I nearly lose my balance. Alba shoves a plate she found for herself into my hands, already filled with 2 juicy steaks. I must admit, just the sight of them makes me drool. To my horror, Alba runs off before I can speak and takes another plate. I watch the Lassplanes snatch platters of food, elbowing her way through soldiers twice as tall as her. Goddamn, she's very assertive. She's a girl who knows what she wants, and she will do what she needs to in order to get it, evidently. Her determination is admirable. This kind of makes me think of something. Oh, there was an anime I remember watching where it was like every day was like a fight to get some food, and some of the characters would sit back while this other character would just like get in there and just absolutely go ape shit in order to get the food that she wanted. But I might just be remembering an amalgamation of a bunch of different anime rolled into one. Despite her petite body, Alba successfully pushes through the hungry battalion. The food may be already prepared, but she's hunting as if it was a running prey. As if it was a running prey. We're kind of revealing our ESL a little bit again. As soon as she grabs another serving, Alba dashes towards me like a torpedo. Whoa, my goodness. Wait, what? I didn't even read what she said. Hold on. Oh, sorry, could you... Oh my goodness, but the pile of rice on another plate looks enough for 4 people. Oh, so just enough for me. That's why I usually think when I find a recipe online and it says serves 4 to 5, I just think to myself, oh, thank goodness, just enough for me then. I can eat, man. I used to not be able to eat a whole lot, but yeah, once you start working out, you find that you've developed a much more appreciative palate when it comes to food. She pushes one more serving onto my hands and moves away, only to return with a large bowl of soup a moment later. I have my hands full, so I hold the plates close to my chest, balancing them the best I can. How are waiters capable of that? I feel like I'm going to drop everything to the floor any second now. I've seen some really experienced servers, like where they've got like the arms full of the plates going like up their arm and up to their shoulder. I'm just like, oh God, please be careful. Don't. You develop that iron stomach. I wouldn't necessarily say iron stomach, because iron stomach implies more that you can just eat anything, no matter if it's like poisoned. You could still eat it. I don't think I could eat poison. I have more of like a water balloon of a stomach, where you just keep filling it up with shit, and it's just gonna keep accommodating it. Besides, has she been starving for a week? How long was she in transit to Sky Fortress? A month? Oh wow, you must be hungry. That's a whole lot of food. It's rude to comment on the amount of food she wants to eat, but I can't stop myself. Is it? I think it's fine to have a healthy appetite. She seems unmoved by my remark and gets back to hunting as if she didn't hear it. Oh my goodness. I can only watch her maneuver in the crowd. People pass me on their way, judging me with their eyes. Why? I didn't do anything. I can't blame them. Maybe she just took enough for the two of us? You know that we can always take a seat and go back for more, right? Right? I shout at the crowd, seeing only her purple hair sticking out. Cute. A moment later, her hand shoots up and gives me a thumbs up sign. I don't move, helpless and clueless. I think she's gonna... So if I wait for Alba, she's gonna keep loading me up with food. But if I go take a seat, it's probably gonna imply that I'm abandoning her or something, and I don't want to do that. At the same time, though, so what I usually like to do with these types of games, where I'm essentially having to play, like, you know, role play and make decisions. I usually like to at first make the choices based on how I would actually make them if I were in these situations. I personally would just go take a seat, you know? I've probably already got enough food for the both of us, and then she could just, I don't know, grab whatever she can carry and then come over to wherever I'm sitting. That's my thought process. I don't know if the game is going to see it that way, though, because again, it might interpret me going to take a seat as me abandoning her or something like that, which I don't want, but at the same time, like I said, I kind of want to do this, making the choices that I would personally kind of make. And then we'll see, like, how things end up shaping up. Will I get a bad ending because I'm making decisions based on the decisions I would personally make? Maybe. And maybe it would be best if I weren't a visual novel / harem protagonist because of that. You got a hot girl around, that's why? I don't know about that. Like, it's gotta be because we're taking so much food, man. Alright, I'm gonna go get a seat. Slowly trying not to drop anything, I move towards the tables. Squeezed between the benches, I'm forced to walk sideways like a crab. People stare at me openly, and I can see they're judging me. I'm not surprised. I carry so much food as if I was afraid we would run out of it, leaving my infinite hunger unsated. I would judge myself too. What has she gotten me into? I noticed an opening in a corner of the room and dashed toward it, fearing someone will take it first. Hey! When I reach the table, Alba suddenly appears behind my back. She's holding 2 mugs of beer in one hand and a plate of buns with sweet filling in the other. Sweet rolls! Wait, buns with sweet filling in the other? Like cinnamon rolls? Yo, and she brought beer? Alright, I like her even more. Oh, there you are! This looks delicious! Why is dinner served so late? It's a crime! I had to wait the whole day! I placed the pile of food on the table and collapsed on a wooden bench with relief. I was so focused on this entire operation, I didn't even ask what else she brought. Instead, I watched her reach for sweet buns. I could reach for some sweet buns. Although surrounded by food, she doesn't gulp it down, but enjoys every bite. I scoop my beer mug closer. The line to the food counter is now so long that I lost my appetite. Maybe when she's done eating, I'll ask Alba to hunt something for me with her strong elbows and inconspicuous height. For now, I sip my beer, watching her feast on the buns. Maybe it's the secret to keeping her in a good mood. What, food? My guy, food is the way to secret to keeping everybody in a good mood. That's why the term hangry even exists. When you're hungry, you know, you're not you when you're hungry. So gotta make sure you're keeping fuel in the tank, my boy. A life and death battle for sweet bread. Hey man, you gotta risk it for that biscuit. You've got quite an appetite, huh? All these people probably thought this amount of food would be for both of us.
I do not.
Excuse me?
She looks annoyed by the question, but keeps eating. She's like, I'm not hungry at all. Shut up. What gave you that? The world could fall down around us, and it would not stop her from devouring the buns. Why do they keep making sure we remember that she's sinking her teeth into some buns? That slogan, you gotta risk it for that biscuit. I honestly don't know where it might have come from. I just remember my ex used to say it all the time. Well, at least now I know her real priorities.
I probably need to eat more than you do, Walter. Using the light is the most energy-draining task ever. Lassplanes need to consume a ton of calories to be able to utilize it efficiently. Otherwise, it just drains us dry.
That explains it. Now I feel a tiny bit better about carrying half of the kitchen supply here. And it makes it clear how someone so petite can eat so much. Apparently, the Japanese eating champion is this tiny little woman who is like all of 4'10" or something like that. So don't let appearances fool you, folks. I don't know if I could finish this dinner myself. Everything looks appetizing, but all of it at once? I can only hope that Tross will take breaks between the meals. Even her superhuman power must have limits. Are these sweet buns you're inhaling surely the most efficient energy source? Hey man, like sometimes you need a little sugar kick, you know? That's the reason Iron Brew was even made into existence. I mean, I think something with high amounts of protein like steaks could probably...
Oh, stop it!
Don't be a negative Nancy, Walter. Sweet buns might be empty calories, but you cannot stop me from eating all of these.
Alba winks at me and I see an impish sparkle in her eye again. I decide to sip my beer in silence. It's better this way, at least for me.
You know?
I love sweet buns.
Yes, I do too.
My Nana used to bake them every time I came home from school. They were my welcome home gift, and I really cherish these memories. She'd also bake them whenever I felt sad or afraid. She said there's nothing in life that a good sweet bun can't fix.
I look at her with some disbelief. It's nice that she shared this story with me, but I don't know if I'll ever get used to seeing a powerful Lassplane talking about sweet buns with a dreamy look on her face. We all have our priorities in life. For Alba, the important thing is food. Buns are a memory for her, not just an empty whim. Well, you're in luck then. I bet we can ask the quartermaster to bake them tomorrow as well. I'm sure he'll do it for you. She looks surprised for some reason. She's adorable. She is quite the cutie. As if she didn't already use her position to take my quarters for herself.
Seriously?
You really think so? Could you ask him for me, Walter?
Yes, sure, I'll ask him for you. And just like that, Alba brightens up. Uneasiness vanishes from her violet eyes. The hands she clenches so often are relaxed now. Sipping my beer, I watch her move from sweet bunts to both steaks. Alright, so we got our first typo here. I must admit, this girl has an appetite like a large soldier. My hope that she brought it for the two of us is therefore in vain. As she consumes her food at an increasing speed, a cold breeze flows through the window, hitting my cheeks. My facial cheeks. The world outside the windows catches my attention. The sun is setting, painting the sky in pink hues. Far in the distance, I can see occasional whirls of energy in the air. The veil graciously shows itself to me.
What do you think is out there?
Her question startles me, cutting through the silence. When I look at her, I notice she's watching the horizon too. Not that it stops her from eating. She holds a chicken leg next to her mouth and keeps chewing. Oh, she reminds me of Lena Inverse almost. My jaw would hurt at this point. You're too inexperienced, my boy. You gotta get better. But like a gentleman I am, I don't comment on it. That phrasing is a little awkward. The rest of the world, I guess.
A groundbreaking response, thank you.
Well, what do you want to know?
Everything!
Actually,
I heard so little about it.
I try to remember what I learned from history books at school. Like where George Glass goes to school. I don't know if there's much to tell. There are countries, as you probably know. Our largest neighbor is the Perrin Army. The Perrin Empire, goddamn. Aside from that, I imagine it's different from our country.
How so? Because they have northern lights? Because they don't have the light?
The discovery of the light on our island turned our poor country into a force to be reckoned with. The rest of the world has been industrialized for a long time already.
I heard it's dirty there.
It's a rather vivid image when I look at her lips stained with hot sauce. Yeah? Is it? Is the image of her lips stained with hot sauce a vivid image? I clear my throat, suppressing a laugh. Their technology depends on different resources, such as coal. Ew! Cringe coal. Their engines emit fumes which pollute the environment. To create these engines, they have factories in many towns, and they, in turn, contaminate rivers. That's why our island didn't amount to much over 100 years ago. We don't have fossil fuels or resources to drive the global economy, and that's why the light is so precious. It's an infinite source of energy, not to mention its magical properties. Infinite source of energy, huh? Yeah, no wonder we're at war. The rest of the world would love to put their hands on it, even if it meant swallowing our island whole in the process.
But that's so sad. They polluted their lands. Wouldn't the light help them the way it helped us?
Discussing global politics over roasted chicken isn't something I expected tonight, but watching Tross devour the food with such dedication feels like an accurate metaphor. You took the sweet buns and the steak, but you still reached for the chicken, right?
Excuse me?
I'm just saying, the Empire is greedy. According to the books, their territory is over 10 times as large as our island. Even if we gave them half of our resources, they would need more one day. I thought you said the power source was infinite. So if it's infinite, like, why would they need more? There should always be more. That's usually what infinite is supposed to mean. And if we break off pieces of it or something in order to sell, and then the people that we sell it to have to come back and get more from us, if the source, the one we have, is infinite, then that should, that should make it so that it's fine, bro. I don't see the issue here. But of course, fucking politicians will find a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory every single time.
Unacceptable.
I don't like this comparison.
Unfortunately, these poor ribs you brought don't have the veil for protection.
Oh, you!
No comment. And I'll eat these ribs.
I try to stifle a laugh. As a result, I only choke on my beer and Tross laughs out loud. Today was a roller coaster of emotions, but the bathhouse regenerated my tired muscles. Now I feel blissful. Our companions join us soon, eager to meet the famous Lassplane who arrived at the base. It gets dark before we leave the canteen, heading to our separate quarters. I fall asleep, tired from all the emotions and drowsy from the beer. Alright, so it's the next day. And again, it's the same music. It never changes. If the longer the game goes on, I feel like the more I'm just gonna kind of harp on that, because it's just, it makes everything kind of flatten out. There's no peaks and valleys. There's no you know, there's no indication that the or what am I trying to say? There's no peaks and valleys. There's no relationship to what's actually going on in the scene. It's just the same track over and over. Again, it's a nice track, but it should be playing at specific moments. The sounds of people rattling around in the quarters wake me from a shallow sleep. I don't mind. I don't usually sleep late in the barracks. While the base is coming to life in the morning sun, I jump from under the quilt to my feet. I didn't sleep much, but I feel well rested like never before. I energetically prepare to leave and take new orders. HQ told us about a mission they gave us for today, and I can't focus on anything else. It will be our first real mission, not training or simulation. All right, so that should be our first shmup session. I'm both excited and anxious. I suspect she feels the same. But as I wander around the base waiting for Alba, my enthusiasm slowly wanes. Nervousness takes its place. Nervousness? What are you being so nervous for, my guy? Come on. Time flies by, minute after minute, but she's nowhere to be seen. Did she get sick from the amount of food she inhaled last night? The more I think about it, the more I suspect it's a likely scenario. I hesitantly go to her quarters and knock, waiting for an answer. Silence. She couldn't have taken off without me, could she? Alarmed and impatient, I bang on the door one last time and... Whoa. I hear a scream from behind it. Uh-oh. Hey, good morning, sunshine. When it finally opens, I see the entire quarters in shambles.
Sorry.
Her bed is a mess, an eyesore in a military base. A nightgown lies on the floor, partially covered by a travel bag. A nightgown, you say. Alba is frantically putting her shoes on. Her hair is tousled, eyes still sleepy. I can't believe she overslept. She mutters apologies, nods as a greeting, and runs out, probably to the canteen. Her unfastened shoe buckle clanks loudly. Oh boy. The only thing missing is a piece of toast in her mouth. I'm left behind in the middle of this battlefield, too stunned to speak. I was convinced my anxiety was nothing compared to hers. Instead, Tross was sleeping like a baby, and it's already 10 o'clock. In a way, I'm impressed by that, but I also wonder if she would sleep through the war if nobody woke her up on time. Oh, what the hell? There's a boy over here in the kitchen. Look at this man. Look at him. I guess he's just he's running the place himself. He's an icon and he is the moment. Go get him. All right. Following her, I return to the canteen. She's running rampant at the counter, so I look for a seat. She needs her coffee. When I sit down, I realize the staff behind the counter looks different, but when I study the clouds of steam and a chef's hat sticking out from it, maybe my eyes are just tired. Strong coffee first, anomalies later. It can wait. I'm sipping the bitter drink out of habit, watching the clouds move lazily in the sky. Waiting for Alba, I'm enjoying the morning. It's cold, like all mornings in Sky Fortress, but I like it. I am so ready for cold mornings and not blazing hot afternoons to start up here where I'm living. It's already getting down into the 70s in the morning, which is basically freezing for us. But then it jumps up like 20 degrees during the afternoon, so it's like whatever, man. And then even once it gets to its coldest, it'll be like 50 degrees at night, and then it'll still jump up to like the mid to high 70s during the afternoons. I love climate change. Even though the weather is awful today, a thick layer of clouds covers the gray sky. Finishing my cup slowly, I notice kitchen help returning to the counter, bustling around. I didn't know the quartermaster hired someone new, but something is wrong. The new employee gleams in the sun. What the? A drone? An actual drone emerges from the cloud of steam, flying and taking care of the plates. I blink. Then again, am I dreaming? Am I seeing things or losing my mind? Hello, ma'am. Before I take a closer look, Alba enters my line of sight. Her hair is neatly combed, all buckles fastened, as if this morning didn't happen. Well fed and satisfied, she greets me with a smile. Still smiling, she takes my cup of coffee for herself.
Thank you.
Excuse me? I watch her face fall after the first sip. The quartermaster shows no mercy to the soldiers when it comes to coffee. Appalled, she hands me back my cup. Yeah, it's almost like it fits my preferences.
I'm sorry, but it's disgusting. And I'm sorry for being late.
I'm amazed you managed to sleep in. Did you see the new kitchen helper behind the counter? The one with a hat?
What helper? Oh, you mean my friend?
Your friend? I look at her expectantly, but she smiles innocently. If she didn't avoid my gaze, I would believe it. Alba, you've got to tell me.
Well, remember the old drones we took out yesterday? You know, these old things that have no use for the kingdom anymore?
Yeah?
Well, I couldn't sleep yesterday, so I went for a walk around Sky Fortress.
Surely not because you ate too much. I enjoy my life, so I don't say it out loud.
I found a few of them around the base, and wouldn't you know, some of them are still in pretty good condition.
I don't like where you're going with this. I don't like where this is going.
Shh!
Actually,
I found one that was working just fine, and the poor thing was wasting away with nothing to do. So, as a model soldier, and first and foremost a model citizen, I decided to put it to good use, to serve our king. You know, one last time instead of going to the junkyard.
Did you put him in the kitchen? Did you give him a hat, Alba? Why would you do something so reckless as giving him a hat?
oh, stop it.
I did not, but the staff loved him so much they probably did. He's a loyal kitchen helper, and the quartermaster appreciates the help. I heard he's really good at doing dishes.
And smuggling food out of the kitchen for you, I bet. I know you've got an angle.
I absolutely do not.
I bet you programmed it to steal food.
I think it's not the time for such heinous accusations.
We're lobbing a lot of, unfounded presumptions at her out of nowhere.
We should discuss our first mission, Walter. You're focusing on the wrong thing, and we're already late.
What? Because you're late night operations, Miss Tross.
All right.
So, what's our first assignment?
And we just move on from laying any blame at her feet. I clear my throat, struggling to collect my thoughts after the sudden change of topic. It's unbelievable that Alba spent the night preparing some drone for kitchen work. How did she do that? And why? 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 No wonder she overslept. I focus on the orders I got from HQ this morning. Nothing too crazy. They found some mines out in the field not that far from the northern outpost. Probably another batch of old drones that the kingdom decommissioned.
So another date in the junkyard for us. Oh, Walter, you shouldn't have.
Maybe we'll find you another drone spy to send off to the kitchen.
Pfft, my friend is not a spy.
This one could sneak out beer instead of sweetbread.
For legal reasons, I need to say I didn't convince the drone to steal any sweet buns from the kitchen. For legal reasons, this is joke.
Yeah, right. I want my cut for helping you, Alba.
What?
Fine. We'll be business partners then.
Partners in crime, yeah, exactly.
Partners in crime.
Hey! I take the hand she holds out to me. I squeeze it lightly. The moment drags on until Alba shakes my hand vigorously, turning the gesture into a joke. Now, we've got a job to do. Let's go! Apparently we're leaving through the wall on the other side. Celestia is a small rural island. The discovery of the light on its territory triggered the nation's rapid technological leap. Said to be the largest country in the world, the Piran Empire... Oh! Hey! Look at that! We're already into the shmup section. They say that day started like any other, but I remember the feeling I had when I set off on the first mission with Alba. A touch of anxiety growing stronger at the back of my mind as soon as we left the hangar. Alba and I joked about another junkyard, but HQ sent us much farther this time. We passed the watchtowers one after another, flying closer to the borders of our territory marked by the Veil.
You know?
You're awfully quiet. What's on your mind? Is it about the drone smuggling? 'Cause I swear,
I'm just thinking...
that's it?
I'm just thinking about joining a hypothetical syndicate of sweet bun drone smugglers.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. We've got better things to focus on right now, like the Veil. We're so close to it, you might be able to see it soon. Even though you're blind as a bat.
Once again, that was a joke. The Veil or not, we're getting closer to the drone's HQ, the drone's HQ told us about.
What on earth are they doing so far back?
Old tech gets buggy sometimes.
Good thing we picked up their signal. It's such a terrible death. Alone, lost at the sea.
You know they're drones, right?
So what?
I don't think they really care. Bro, you're talking to a plane girl. Have some tact. It's just a piece of machinery.
Unacceptable.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to feel bad for them?
Uh-huh. They're just junk glued together with some wiring. Wow! My guy! You were so bad at this! Did you drink before you left, too?
You're just junk glued together with some veins.
Well, that was unnecessary.
You're very rude, Walter. Has anyone ever told you that before?
Psst. We're almost there. So you can stop nagging me and go save some drones.
Let's bring these puppies home.
Puppies?
That's right. I can't see anything.
According to the radar, we should be right next to them. Oh dear.
Impossible!
I like her little emote that comes out of her.
Walter!
Is this? HQ to Lost Plane. HQ to Lost Plane. Do you copy? Holy crap! Lost Plane HQ! We've encountered hostile forces near the signal. We need backup.
Walter, what is going on? Why are they here? Is this really happening?
Hang on. Oh boy, here we go. I don't really remember how to play. Okay. Uh-huh.
Hello, little one.
Don't give me that.
Shield up.
Ah! Give me.
All right.
Hey.
All right.
Fuck you.
That's better.
Oh, doggy. Oh, okay. I guess that's the end of that. I can't believe it. I look at the horizon expecting to see the veil, holes in it, or maybe nothing at all. But this damn weather makes it impossible to see anything that far back. The enemies. The machines are so distinctive I think they look exactly like in the books. The Empire. The Empire forces are on our territory.
Walter?
It's the Empire, Alba. They breached the veil.
What? What do you mean? How?
We need backup, and we need to get the hell out of here. HQ to Lost Plane, backup is on its way. ETA 30 minutes.
What?
30 minutes?
HQ, we don't have 30 minutes. You sons of bitches. Fall back, the enemy has breached the veil. I can see that, damn it.
Oh, I can't believe it's happening.
There's no way in hell they'll get here in time. We've got to take care of this, Alba.
How? This is insane. Actually insane.
We've trained for this. We can do this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am if you are.
Oh boy. Now we got this. Easy. No worries.
Get back here!
Whoa.
Charge!
Yo, let's go.
Faster than the wind! Let's go!
Holy hell, look at us go. Shit.
Yay! Shield up!
Get out of here.
Alright!
Oh, there we go. Yeah, triple stream. Now we got this, we got this. Haha.
Hello, little one.
Yeah, the spread, the spread.
Defense system up.
Okay. All right, we're good. No trouble. Talking triple trouble, y'all. Oh no. Woo! Yeah, that's right. Ah! Shit. Oh my god.
Much better.
Hold up. Give me that. Holy hell. Dude, this is a lot harder than the tutorial mission. God damn. Oh, I forgot. I've got like a Kamehameha beam or something.
Power.
No, get out of here.
Go, go, go! Defense system up.
Oh god. Welcome to the warm-up of shmups where the kitty gloves come off. It's only the first actual one, bro. There's so many of them.
What do they want? What's happening, Walter?
They lured us here. It's a preemptive strike.
What?
Preemptive? For what?
For a war.
What do we do? Do we run?
I think.
I bet we can outfly every vessel here. Did they destroy the veil? Why isn't it protecting us?
I wish I had the answers for you, Alba, but right now all I know is that we cannot run. We have to stop them before they reach the island, or before they reach Sky Fortress.
I'm worried if our firepower will be enough.
Don't worry, we got this. I would never let anything bad happen to these wings of yours. These supple, succulent wings.
Now is not the time for this. And seriously, what am I, a fairy with cute little wings?
Maybe. Shit.
Yay!
Gimme.
Shield up. Auto aim selected.
Yeah, there we go. Dang it. Ah, shit.
All right. Much better. How are you? Get back here.
Ah, shit.
Yay!
Oh shit, he's going full Toho on us. Ah. Ha 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 ha.
That's a little fun.
Get fucked!
Faster than the wind. Defense system up. Sharpshooter mode.
Woo! Yeah, baby! I like this one.
Go, go, go.
Oh, that's probably why it only lasts for like 2 seconds.
Wheels up.
Ah, shit. Whoa! Oh no! Oh, my super Kamehameha! Oh, and I bet the boss is about to show up right now, isn't it? Alright, not quite, but Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Defense system up.
Whew. Alrighty. Goddamn. The shmup is bullet hell. Good luck. Yeah, it's we went from tutorial to suddenly like first stage. Goddamn, bro. The more I fight, the heavier the numbness I feel. Enemy units shrouded in smoke fall into the dark depths of cold water. Oh, are we feeling it? Are we feeling the cold-blooded, murderous numb come over our bodies? I watch them from the corner of my eye, not paying much attention. I can't. Not when I notice what's coming at us through thick gray clouds.
Hey,
Look! There's a ship ahead! It looks like it's spreading flying mines!
I've never seen a ship like this. It's mind-boggling seeing Empire forces this close to our home, and their technology seems so different from ours.
You can admire their technology and design when we're safe and sound, my pilot.
You're right. We've got a job to do. Let's take it down. Oh boy. Minesweeper. All right, bro. Come at me, man.
laser charge.
Get fucked. Whoa, he's got bombs.
Laser charge.
Woo! Get back. You don't know me like that.
Wheels up.
Ah.
That's a little fun. Let's go.
Fuck you! Ha! Wow, the bosses were actually easier than the level segments to get to it. Holy crap! Lost Plane HQ, we've taken down an enemy squadron. There should be no more flying mines in this area. In fact, I don't see any more hostile ships in the area. Great work, Lost Plane team. Return to the base as soon as possible. Roger, roger.
Is the veil still there?
I don't know, Alba. Can you see it?
I can't see anything in this fog. I'm confused.
All right. Are you okay? It was tough at times.
Yes, I think so. I'll be fine when we get back to Sky Fortress.
She says so, but deep in my heart, I know it's a lie. I mean, you should probably be able to tell. You're inside of her, bro. I turn away from the horizon, hidden behind a thick layer of clouds. Is the veil there? Did the Empire forces cross it? Did they destroy it? But it should be invincible! The water surface ripples below us. Darkness swallows the hulls of the planes we shot down, and the people inside. We head for Sky Fortress. It's as if Alba were racing forward without my help. I can feel her restlessness, a stream of thoughts I can't decipher. We thought we were invulnerable, that the world from outside the veil can't reach us. Today was supposed to be a routine mission, a thrill of our first flight, but it was a baptism of fire instead. A baptism of fire! We returned to Sky Fortress victorious, but my heart is racing. Today changed everything. It changed our lives forever. Ah, dang. I didn't get the max score here. I could retry, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's just continue on. Defeated enemies drop various power-ups. Collect them to turn the tide of battle to your side. First Blood, Chapter 2, On the Wall.
Do you remember the day we met, Walter?
Oh, it's a different girl.
Earth trembled under the weight of our sins. You said you wanted the truth, but stepping into a garden of roses left your hands covered with blood. May the world forgive us for what we've done.
Ah, okay.
There's no redemption for thieves, but with you, I finally felt free.
Thieves, huh? Okay. Interesting. Oh, we do have a different music track. Okay. Nothing disturbed the silence that marked our return to Sky Fortress. Neither of us spoke. The familiar waters of our territory no longer felt safe. The horizon was covered by a thick fog, impenetrable. The flight was dragging on. I kept looking around, expecting another enemy wave. Sometimes I glanced down, thinking I noticed the ships we shot down. My mind was feeding me illusions. Guilty conscience kept it running as much as fear. Thoughts were swirling chaotically in my head. I couldn't figure out what actually happened. I felt Alba had the same problem. Let me, let's see. Audio. We can turn up the master volume a little bit, I think. Okay. When we reached the hangar, it was completely crowded. I had never seen that many people gather together in Sky Fortress before. Some were leaning over the red line between safety and the runway. Oh! Everyone covered their eyes from Alba's radiant transformation. Then they crashed on us like a wave. Suddenly, I was surrounded by a sea of black uniforms. My colleagues' faces reflecting the same conflicting emotions that filled my heart. Their voices shook from anger at the audacity of the enemy who dared attack us. But it was fear that filled their eyes. They asked us what had happened. What did the opponents look like? Who were they? What did they want? What color was its blood? Did we see the veil? Did it stop working? Or did the Empire find a way to cross it? I drowned in the sea of questions neither of us could answer, missing the moment Alba left the hangar. Her purple hair disappeared in the black sea of uniforms. When I managed to get out, she wasn't nearby. I spent the rest of the day in small, dark rooms. HQ had questions. Thousands of questions. I repeated the course of our mission at least 100 times, or so I felt. But I couldn't answer them, no matter how much I wanted to. In the evening, there was an emergency briefing that presented all the facts. All, as in the ones HQ already know. The reports of the troops dispatched to the battlefield concluded that the crafts we sank belonged to the Empire. The veil was still standing, but there was a breach somewhere on its vast surface. A weakness our enemies exploited to reach our territory. HQ assigned units to search for the weak spot and scout the border. I kept quiet most of the briefing, but my colleagues' faces turned to me numerous times. Alba's purple hair flashed in the crowd. She was on the other side, listening silently. There weren't many conclusions. HQ didn't use the word war. They said it's too early. No traces of other Empire units were found in our territory. It remains unknown what their aim was and why they attacked now. Nobody knew how it even happened in the first place. We were instructed to mention none of these to our family on land. There was no basis to believe the enemy would throw at us enough units to attack the island. The people believed in the Veil. HQ wanted to avoid panic before they gather full information. In the morning, each of us was getting a new assignment. Some soldiers were deployed to patrol the border. Some were sent to guard posts around the island or on land. We dispersed in silence. Sky Fortress has never been so quiet. Yeah, I'll admit, this is a really good shift in tone. And maybe we're actually seeing the method to the madness of having just a singular musical track for each chapter, I'm assuming. Because now we have a completely different one that's putting an entirely different identity to this new chapter compared to the first one. I look at the clock, rubbing my tired eyes. Oh, never mind. We just have the old one back again. Man, okay, well... Hey, at least we know we've got 2 background tracks. That's something. It's nearly 3 a.m. Nightmarish snores echo in the officers' quarters. I don't know how anyone could sleep at a time like this. I can't. Before the conference, I took a quick nap, but only because I was exhausted after the mission. As soon as my head touched the pillow, even the crazy whirlpool of emotions I felt couldn't keep me awake. But now, I'm just another ghost in Sky Fortress, wandering the corridors and waiting for orders. I'm trying to wrap my head around everything. It's not easy. There's a hole in the veil, a weakness, a breach. Something the Empire used to invade our waters. Did they come for the light? How did they weaken the veil? What does it mean for the kingdom? For me? For Alba? What does she think? We only had a few words with each other between one clearance and the other. She was as pale as a ghost, terror glowing in her eyes. She didn't say much. We've been training for this our whole lives, for this moment. And yet I can't believe it's here. I don't feel ready. I look through the window, searching for the veil's gleam on the horizon. To no avail. No avail. When my thoughts come back to the foggy morning, I can still see the black hulls of planes disappearing under the water. Oh, geez. The knocking diverts my attention from the aimless wandering around the quarters. I look up just as the knob turns. It's a mail drone, and my heart fills with dread. I know it brings our assignments. I wonder if Alba is getting the message too. Or maybe she managed to fall asleep despite all that. I hope she's sleeping. There's no point in my wandering. Or there's no point in my wondering. No, it is wandering. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah, okay. At least she could get some rest. Oh my goodness, jeez. The drone flies swiftly toward my desk. I follow it reluctantly. Some people raise their heads to look, jolted awake from a tiring slumber. I move to the desk, reaching out to take a package of orders from the drone. Ignoring me, it draws out an armful of mail from its letter compartment and drops them from a meter up with zero respect. Can't believe this machine has no respect at all. Pile of documents explodes in the air, floating toward the ground in circles. I curse under my breath, automatically rushing to catch the papers. I hope nobody heard that. The drone turns to me, satisfied with a job not so well done, and goes away, heading to make another victim miserable. I swear these machines hate me. They only love Alba. Picking up the documents, I notice our assignments and anxiously straighten. Damn it! My head hits the desk so loud that even the snoring stops. Seeing the orders makes me ignore the pain, though. I pick them up and freeze on my knees, forgetting about the world. HQ predicts that the Veil's breach is somewhere in the north. The units we faced were probably scouts. The army is in a state of alert. The next attack can come anytime or not at all. I scan the contents of the documents. They're sending us to a village called Azuria. Never heard of it. I frantically collect the documents and sit down in my chair to grab a map. Oh, okay. Studying the island, I search for Azuria in the north, but I can't find it. Frustrated, I move my eyes toward the center. The map is detailed, but Valestia is small. Are they sending us close to the capital? Minutes pass in silence. I hear a few companions move behind my back. They bend over the desk, also looking for the places they are deployed to. There it is! Azuria. I frown involuntarily. It's the southernmost village on the island. The south? Why are they sending us south if they expect the enemy to strike from the north? Did the Empire have a chance to get so far? Did we miss some units? I stare at the map, waiting for it to make sense now, but nothing happens. Out of the corner of my eye, I watch my colleagues search for their destinations as well. Some of them are going to military bases all around Valestia. Some to watchtowers near the border. The others were ordered to patrol a section of the Vale and search for a hole. They discuss their assignments, but I keep quiet, hunched over the map. I feel like their orders make more sense than ours. I stubbornly stare at the southern border. Azuria is just a regular village. It doesn't seem to have anything valuable. They have nothing to offer to the enemy. If I were the Empire aiming for war or the light, I would choose a different target. Why would I attack a small village? I don't know. Why would Nintendo sue a game developer about their game's mechanics rather than their game's aesthetics? Who's to say, I suppose? How many people can live there? 1,000? I thought Alba was the most precious unit in Sky Fortress, together with me, her pilot. One would expect we would be deployed to the most important place on the map, not to a middle of nowhere. A middle of nowhere? Okay. Heard of that. That's super bullshit. It's beyond ridiculous. I mean, like, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the whole thing is that, one, Japanese law is different compared to American law. It's a lot more litigious and a lot more corpo-friendly. Even, like, as corpo-friendly as American law is, Japanese law is on a completely different level. Secondly, companies, particularly again in Japan, do have a legal and fiduciary responsibility to ensure that they do protect their branding and their IP rights, which, you know, if a company is too lax with their IP and they just let anything go willy-nilly, they can legitimately lose their rights to the IP. And Pokemon is like one of the top 5 franchises on the planet. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense for Nintendo to be as protective of it as it is, because Nintendo's power comes from the worth and the value of its IPs, from the value and worth of Zelda, of Mario, of Pokemon, of Kirby, of all of these IPs. It relies on how much the brand is perceived as being valued in the sense of like merchandising. Even more so than the actual games themselves, it's all about the merchandising and the IP licensing. So yeah, it makes sense that Nintendo would sue. I'm honestly surprised it took as long as it did. I'm just weirded out by the fact that they're apparently going after them for the game mechanics rather than just the overall package. Because as someone who doesn't really care about Pal World, I looked at it and was just immediately like, that's a Pokemon. That's a Pokemon. Because just like the creature designs, like whatever anyone wants to say, like, no, they're actually not like, bruh. Some of them are just straight up ripoffs. You can't defend some of the designs for some of the pals. They are just 100% ripoffs. I don't care if like they didn't actually rip the models out of the Pokemon games and like slightly change them around. No, there's like, you know, there's a, you can't just take Pikachu, like slightly change the shape of his ears and tail, make him green, and then say, this is my original OC, do not steal, do not trace. Like, that's just not, that just doesn't fly. But no, apparently they're saying like, oh, it's the fact that you throw a ball to capture monsters. We own that. It's like, I don't think you do. At least not the concept. My guess, because I didn't look too deeply into it, but I'll probably watch a video or two after this. The thing seems to be that they're trying to say that they patented a specific type of game mechanic involving the capturing of creatures out on an open game field, and that's what Pal World has infringed upon, which I'm like, okay, that's the way you want to take it? Okay, sure, I guess so, sure. Suing someone for the game mechanic, does that mean they can go after all those companies that do that in their game? That reminds me, they had a Street Fighter shirt called Blankachu. Blankachu. I feel like I remember that at some point, or I think maybe there was like a death battle where it was like Pikachu versus Blanka or something like that. I don't know. But no, cause here's the thing. If it was just like a general, like, hey, your game does a similar thing to the way our game does a thing, then Nintendo could have gone after Genshin for like essentially ripping off Breath of the Wild, because people were literally calling Genshin Breath of the Wild but with waifus. So it's not that, apparently, I guess it's not that they just made a game that plays in a very similar fashion and looks aesthetically similar to Pokemon. It's got to be more granular, and they must have actually found, and I'm assuming this might be why it took them so long. They actually did I guess a deep dive down into the code of the game and found that, you know, maybe Pal World did like either directly steal the type of game mechanic that they patented, or it's so close to their patented game mechanic that they have a leg to stand on in court. Again, this is all, we all have to think about this from the perspective of Japanese law. It doesn't matter what we think over here in America. The way Japanese law works, you know, obviously while similar in a lot of ways, works to different degrees and with different shades and hues than we're used to in American law. So yeah, we're gonna see how it shapes out, but yeah, I mean, honestly, as someone that never cared about Pal World and saw it as just another flash in the pan game of the week, that honestly I have literally not heard anyone talk about it after about like 3 weeks or 4 weeks after the game originally came out. I'm sure people are still playing it, but yeah, I've literally not seen hide nor hair of it after the first month it came out. It was a green Pikachu that happens to look like Blanka. It's still on Google, I think. Ha, I get it. Wonder if it was Royal Whistleblowers that tipped Nintendo off? No, like, Pal World was a big game. Nintendo definitely, like, knew about its existence. I think the official statement they put out an official statement back when the game originally came out where they were like, yeah, we're looking into things and stuff like that. So I guess we finally found out what they were looking into. True, same here, or for a month. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, honestly, I probably would have played Pal World. It's just that I saw gameplay from when VTubers were playing it, and just the fact that you have to run up to the little Pokemon and just literally start beating them with your bare hands. I was like, I don't want to do that. No thanks. I'm good. I'm good. Anywho. Anyway, let's continue on here. So yeah, we're being deployed to the south, despite the fact that the army suspects that the enemy is like positioned in the north. I'm assuming we're going south because they know that there's another lost plane down there. I'm assuming it's our girl with the blonde hair. So let's see if I'm correct in my assumptions here. Especially when we're the only ones who fought the Empire so far. We know we can stop them. Well, at least Alba will catch a break. I noticed that she was quite shaken. As if led by subconsciousness, my gaze falls on her name on another piece of paper still on the desk. Everyone else has already picked up their orders. Why is it here? It should be sent to a different place. To the quarters that used to be mine. Oh boy. I pick it up. It's small, a little crumpled, written in Alba's elegant handwriting. I immediately notice it's not a document from HQ. Can we meet? The place from the first day. Now! Please. Gotta be honest, the monsters with guns are pretty funny. There's also a horny monster that lusts after humans, I think. It's like a spoof on Pokemon X Human thing. It's hilarious. Love it. Is it the purple one with the cloud? Because I know artists really seem to like that one. I look at the clock. It's nearly 3:30 a.m. She must have got the assignment. I skim the map, looking at the unexciting dot called Azuria. It's the middle of the night. Sky Fortress is asleep. We can discuss the assignment later, in the morning. She should rest. Bro, she's literally asking you to meet. She's probably sitting there waiting right now. What are you doing? And so should I. Both of us should be getting ready for tomorrow's departure. I battle my thoughts for a while before listening to my instinct telling me to move. It scratches beneath my skin when I think of going to bed or replying with a letter. Reluctantly, ignoring the curious looks of my companions, I sneak out, grabbing a jacket on the way. Okay, good. Jeez, I thought he was literally just gonna go to sleep, be like, she's probably asleep by now, it's fine, let's just go to bed. Just leave her out there on red the entire night. There was a humanoid biped one. The only PAL that I know, again, is the purple one with the cloud around it. It kind of looks like a mix between what's her name? Is it Lilith from the Super Mario RPG? I can't remember her name, but you know, she's like the purple one with the long hair and the hat. She kind of looks like her mixed with like the genie Pokemon. I think it's called Lavender. I mean, yeah, purple, lavender. I mean, I'm gonna just assume that the one I'm thinking of is the right one. I know very well what the place from the first day means. Ooh, pretty. It is where I first saw her sitting on the grass, admiring the blue sky. Also, apparently behind my camera here, there's like this castle off to the side. I don't know why it's giving me Canterlot vibes, but it kind of is giving me Canterlot vibes. So, yeah. Alright. When I reach the glade, I notice her purple hair even in half-light. Lavender, and the description says that the monster is horny for males, apparently. That is amusing. Yeah, so they were literally just goon baiting with that one. Because they were like, yeah, we know apparently everyone wants to fuck Pokemon, so let's just put this one in. Which, I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it again because I just, you know, love talking about this. I love Markiplier's Smash or Pass Pokemon video. I'm not a Markiplier fan. I've never really watched him. I tried watching one of his videos. I think it was from either his Amnesia gameplay or his Doki Doki Literature Club gameplay or his Five Nights at Freddy's gameplay. One of those. But, you know, it was a game where he was, you know, being scared. And I don't know, there was just something about his reactions that I found to be disingenuous. He might very well have been being genuine. I don't know, but I don't know. Just to me, it came across as performative, and it just turned me off. So yeah, I don't really watch Markiplier, but his Smasher Pass Pokemon video, in my opinion, might be one of the most important videos that have been made in the past decade, because he put that video out, evidently, with no warning that he was going to do so, and to my knowledge, to this day, he has still not given any explanation as to what inspired him to make it, or why he made it in the first place. If he's given some clarification, I don't want to know it, because I just want to think that he put it out there as almost like a social experiment. And then, because once that video went up, it kind of broke the internet. And then suddenly, everyone else who is a content creator or a streamer, suddenly they all were just raising their hands, shaking them around wildly, being like, me, look at me. I too want to have sex with Pokemon, and I have for many, many years. Please look at me and watch me talk about all the Pokemon that I want to stick my penis inside of, or I want to be inserted into my orifices. And just everybody suddenly made Pokemon Smasher Pass videos. Suddenly, everyone was just okay with people knowing, yes, I want to have sex with these cartoon animals. And I was just like, wow, everyone will just jump for like this attention. Even if everyone suddenly finds out you want to have sex with cartoon animals, yeah, it's fine as long as people look at me. So I just find it so fascinating. And that's why it's like one of my favorite videos of all time, because of that. I never really watched Markiplier. Yeah. I don't really see how people find him entertaining, but to each their own. I mean, he seems like he's probably a cool guy, you know? I mean, he's been as big as he has been for as long as he has been, and to my knowledge, he hasn't, you know, to be as big as he is for as long as he has been and not gotten canceled, I feel like that's, you know, pretty indicative that he's probably a pretty cool guy, honestly. So, yeah, he's probably super cool. I'd probably have a beer with him, but yeah, I don't know. I just never really got into his content. Even VTubers as well. Oh, dude, like the more legitimately gooner you are, the more those Smasher Pass videos were like actually genuine. And it's kind of well known, lots of VTubers kind of gear towards the gooner end of the spectrum. All right, sorry, what were we talking about? I got sidetracked by talking about people wanting to fuck cartoon animals. I've never been here before at this hour. I stop, admiring the view. Tiny spots of stars shine on the black satin of night, watching us from above. This is another line that reminds me of my own writing. God. That's why I find the writing in this kind of endearing, because again, some of these lines feel like I wrote them, in all honesty. The moon leans out from behind a line of Sky Fortress buildings, bathing the world in a pale glow. Colorful flowers visible during the day change the glade into a sheet of light and shadow at night. It seems the entire world flipped upside down in the last 24 hours, and yet the base seems peacefully asleep, as if nothing could disturb its tranquility. Now we're talking about people wanting to bang airplanes? What? Oh, the game, yeah. I mean, I don't know if she was an airplane before she was a girl, or if she was a girl before she became an airplane. I'm gonna assume it was probably the latter. So I mean, you know, it's kind of like werewolves, you know? Is it beast loving if you are already in a physical relationship with someone who becomes a werewolf? Or is it only beast loving if you do it while they're a werewolf? You know? These are the questions that we apparently need to ask ourselves when we play Kamikaze Lassplanes. Wereplane, that's a series I want to see. It could be a really hilarious, dumb, B horror movie, honestly. Oh my goodness. Noticing me, Alba jumps to her feet. She squirms anxiously as if wordlessly rushing me. She's obviously very nervous. I quicken, automatically hiding my hands in my pockets. The cold attacks my cheeks. At this altitude, it's usually cooler than on the ground, but it's only severe at night. As I get closer, I notice her face. It's sheer terror. Her eyes are wide, lips tightened. She's breathing fast, spasmodically, as if she ran here.
About time.
Finally! What took you so long?
Hey, I came here as soon as I could.
I saw you run for the beer yesterday. You're not usually that slow, Walter.
I feel remorse at the sight of her shaking. Maybe I really could have been faster if I had noticed her message earlier. Instead of studying the map stubbornly, as if it could answer some of my 1,000 questions. Is everything okay? Are you cold? Do you need a jacket?
No.
Nothing. Nothing is okay. It's... We've got to... I have to...
Tears glisten in her eyes in the moonlight, but they don't fall. She doesn't let them. She's holding up. Barely. I've never seen her like that. Even in the morning when we returned from the battlefield shocked and terrified, Alba didn't behave this way. The sight of her distress tears my heart in two. My instincts tell me to reach for her, calm her down. But embarrassment quickly stops me in my tracks. What? Embarrassment? My guy, please, get over yourself. Speaking of dumb series, I just had a silly isekai anime idea. It's about a skateboarder that gets isekai'd and he becomes the skateboard knight, and he even has a generic knight armor. A skateboarding knight, huh? I mean, you know, if they can make an anime out of a guy being reincarnated as an ASMR mic, maybe they could find a way to turn it into like a, you know, mini series like the ASMR mic show, where it's like each episode's like 8 minutes and there's only like 10 of them. Then I notice a piece of paper in her fist. I don't need to ask. The assignment from HQ. She got orders just like me.
Did you get the orders? Our assignment?
Yeah, just a few minutes ago. They suspect the enemy will hit from the north. I was about to...
Of course you got them! Why did I ask? They're sending us south, but I can't go south. We have to move. We can't stand still. I can't be here right now. I have to go, Walter. I have to...
Hey, slow down a bit.
I can't be here, Walter. I have to do something. I have to be there. You have to help me, please. I don't know what to do. I just can't be here now.
What happened? Breathe and tell me what's going on. I'm getting worried. She shakes her head, raising it at the sky. I follow her gaze like an idiot, but I don't see anything. Only after a while do I realize she's trying to hold back tears.
I don't understand.
How can they send us south? Loonfell is so close to the northern border, Walter. I can't just...
I could swear my heart stops beating for a moment. She never shared her village's name with me. There's a series like that, ASMR mic? Yes indeed. I forget what it's called, but Yeah, just some dude gets reincarnated as this ASMR club's ASMR mic. And God, I remember seeing a VTuber clip where someone says, "When I die, I want to be reincarnated as Noel's ASMR mic." And I was like, same. Especially if you happen to know, you know, what Noel gets up to with that ASMR mic. Skateboard Knight just calls his attacks, but they're the names of skateboard tricks. Has a sword. Uses skateboard tricks as his sword technique. What my dude. While I think it could work, I think it's less likely it'll be made than my computer building slice of life anime that I swear to God will get made one day. I'm going to list off everything, all the characters for this slice of life PC building interest anime, a la How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift or Yuta Camp. Okay, it's gonna star a pink moe blob girl who just got into PC gaming and has no idea what she's doing. Her tomboy best friend who made one single system and uses it only to play low resolution esport shooters. The rich stuck-up Ojo-sama girl who only gets the most expensive, most high-end components, but has no idea how to actually build a PC, and instead has her butler or maid put all of her systems together for her. The cool, emotionless kudere girl who is really into extreme LN2 overclocking and hates RGB. And then the eccentric owner of the small local hole-in-the-wall PC hardware store who is really fucking jazzed about the fact that Japan is finally getting back to its video gaming roots on PC. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Mark my words. Loonfell. Loonfell is in the north. Damn it. Just where HQ assumes the breach in the Veil is. Where the enemy can attack again. I don't know what to say.
I refuse.
The Empire breached the Veil, and my village is so close to it. And they expect me to go south to the other side of the island.
way.
They expect me to ignore it all. It's cruel. My family, my hometown.
I'm quiet, frozen by the whirlpool of emotions in my head. My chest feels tight. My body is tense. I'm desperately trying to figure out a way to calm her down. Loonfell. It's a small village, isn't it? It surely won't lure the Empire if they attack again. And HQ only suspects that the breach is in the north. They still haven't found it. It means it could be somewhere else. Her pleading eyes tear through the thick wall of rationality I just surrounded myself with.
Walter, you have to do something. Anything.
We've got our orders, Alba. HQ isn't sure if the enemy will come at all, let alone if they'll come from the north. We know too little. We can't be certain if Loonfell is in danger. The enemies could have just been scouts. They could have come from anywhere. What do you mean, no? I know the past 24 hours have been scary, but you can't let it go to your head. Your village is small. I bite my tongue before I say not significant. Ooh, finally he gets some tact. Cursed pragmatism. But it's the truth.
Ashuria is small as well. Why are they sending us there?
I'm silent. I don't have an answer to that. She's right. Azuria is small. If we're supposed to defend small, insignificant villages, it might as well be Loonfell. I'm sure there's a reason. We can't ignore our orders. Everyone is so tense. It'll be alright. Your village is going to be alright.
I don't know.
How? How can you be so sure?
I shut my mouth. Her question throws me off balance, but it's accurate. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. Loonfell is not worth attacking, but Who knows what the Empire will decide if they declare war and strike the island? Will they aim straight at our factories and ports or just burn everything in their way? I can't be sure. I wish I could, but I can't. I understand her. I understand her fear. HQ may not use the word, but it's war. If my family was so close to the front, I don't know if I could sleep. Hell, my family is safe in the capital and I still can't sleep. Let's say we go there. And then what? HQ specifically ordered us to keep quiet. The last thing we need is panic.
Wait! You can't be serious! I know... I know we have our orders.
Oh boy. We don't know if they're actually in danger. We'll see what tomorrow brings. For now, HQ wants us to go to Azuria.
Wait!
Oh, so I'm supposed to go protect some random village I've never been to because you're sure my home is going to be okay? Is that what you're saying, Walter?
I frown, seeing disbelief and fury on her face. I immediately regret my words. Just one look at disappointment in her eyes and I wish for the ground to swallow me up. Aw, dang. He knows he's on the wrong route now. If I were her, I also wouldn't be able to leave for the other side of the island, knowing my home and family could be so close to danger. If the breach was in the south, why did the Empire bother to fly around and attack from the north? The hole must be where they expect it to be, and it means Lunefell is on the way. I feel a lump growing in my throat. Tross's eyes spark in the darkness, her lips forming one word she doesn't even have to say out loud. I notice it. Please. Damn it. Are we really going to do this? Disregard our orders and go to Lunefell? Do you know what's going to happen if we do that? I'm assuming we're about to get hit with a choice, so I kind of want to shave here for a second.
No, I don't want to get you in trouble, Walter. But I can't go south. I can't. It's like my entire body screams I should be in Lunefell now, not here. I just can't risk the life of my family and not tell them about the danger. I need to make sure they're okay. Tell them to evacuate.
Silence. Since the enemy breached the veil, the silence between us has been stretching like an eternity. My heart is racing like I just went for a run. This is not how the military works. We can't change our assignments to protect our loved ones. But I can't say no to her. Alba isn't just a soldier. She's my partner. I don't know if I could make her ignore Lunefell and go with me to Azuria. I know that eventually she would listen if I stood my ground, but forcing her to do this would break my heart. Fine. In the morning, I'll put a request to HQ to change our assignment to the north. No! I thought you were just going to go. You think they're going to just reassign you? Like, also, why can't she ever ask HQ for any of this? The very first thing she did was ask for a room reassignment. So, why can't she do any of this? Anyway, whatever.
What if they say no?
The tension makes my jaw clench so tight that my teeth hurt. Well, I suppose the news could get delayed. These damn Mel drones are faulty as hell. But to be sure, I'll put up my request after we take off. We'll go to Lunefell, Alba. I promise. She exhales with so much force as if she's been holding it in for a whole minute. She collapses into herself, her arms falling, back hunching, like uncertainty was the only thing keeping her upright. Fear doesn't leave her face, but her lips curve into a thankful smile. She approaches me, looking ready to jump into my arms, then stops.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It means so much to me, Walter. You have no idea.
I smile faintly, well aware that the consequences will bite me in the ass later. Or sooner.
But
Oh no.
It's already been a whole day since the initial attack. I'm a nervous wreck. I just know I shouldn't be here now.
What are you suggesting?
I feel like every hour counts. Will we have enough time to evacuate citizens?
Citizens? I thought we were merely warning your parents.
I refuse!
It's my home. Do you expect me not to tell anyone that they might die in a brutal attack? They deserve to know the Veil is no longer protecting them. HQ is going to kill us before the Empire gets the chance. Do you understand that? I'm not going to force them to evacuate, but they need to know. And if they choose to move inland, some parts of the village are hard to reach. The sick or elderly might need more time, more assistance. Oh, I'm so worried, Walter. My family, my parents.
What do you want us to do? Take off right now?
Will we?
Could we?
I freeze, looking into her shining eyes.
Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous.
There's no need, Alba. I'm sure we'll get there on time. If we leave in the morning, we should be there by noon. We just have to get up
Could you?
early and...
But if we get there now, we'll be there by morning. We'll give them an entire day to pack their belongings and evacuate. I don't think a couple of hours will make a significant
difference. Your village is very small. We'll easily evacuate everyone in time. Can't you just hold on a little longer? It's going to be okay. We'll be there. I'll make sure HQ won't notice until it's too late.
I know, but I just have a very bad feeling about this. My instincts have been going wild the whole day. I thought it might have been that weird dish the quartermaster prepared for breakfast, but I think my gut is trying to tell me something important.
Are you serious? You've either got a hunch or indigestion. How can you not know the difference?
Oh, I'm very sorry I haven't upgraded my inner voice to wartime edition. I just feel darkness, something ominous. It's hard to explain.
Anything is better than indigestion, Alba. What darkness?
Like something bad is about to happen. I just feel it. But I don't want to ask you for something like that. If you say we'll have plenty of time, I'll believe you. It's your call. I trust you.
I consider our options for a while watching her. I'm assuming we're gonna get a... This is where our choice is gonna come into play. If we take off now, we'll be there by morning. We'll have a whole day to prepare the village and move the people inland. On the other hand, Alba is overreacting a bit. I think... I don't know if you're really the proper person to be saying this, my guy. We don't know if Lunefell is in actual danger. The information from HQ isn't confirmed. Nobody knows anything. The only reason to leave right now is her instinct or upset stomach. Tross can get in trouble if we go now just to make her feel better. Wait, what? Oh, if we go now just to make her feel better. Hurry and overzeal never end well at war, but I can see how important it is for her. Yep, there it is. Now, we're leaving right now, man. Let's go. Let's head out. I like heading out on road trips, you know, in the middle of the night. All right, let's go.
Impossible!
Really?
Did I stutter? Just departing for Lunefell can make us face military court. I have a hunch it won't make much of a difference to them whether we leave now or in the morning. Exactly, bro. Like, if we disobey orders, they're like, we're gonna get court-martialed anyway, so might as well assuage our waifu's worries and just do it now. But it will to Alba. My heart is pounding in my chest when she smiles, widely but hesitantly. She nods and we head for the exit from the park. I take nothing from my room. She doesn't stop at officers' quarters either. Night watch soldiers are surprised to see us in the hangar. It's easy to convince them the Lost Plane has been assigned to a sudden secret mission. Before we leave, I quickly write a letter and give it to a mail drone. When it's delivered, we'll be far ahead. I'm not under the illusion I'll get away with this. Taking a Lost Plane to an unassigned region could be declared high treason. I can't imagine the hell to be unleashed in the morning. I just want to make sure Alba won't get pulled into it. I emphasize I made the decision myself, ignoring Tross's protests. Of course that's a lie, but she doesn't need to know. I want to keep the illusion for her. The illusion that we can allow ourselves to go. For the people she loves. Alright, and we're off. The Discovery. Power up in combat. Special attacks. Bzzzt. The radio crackled just a few minutes after we left the hangar. I discreetly turned it off before the other person could speak. No unit is as fast as a lost plane. They won't be able to catch up. And yet my heart leaped. I spent the whole journey wondering if they read my letter or if the cursed drone lost it. Do they consider us deserters? Do they think I kidnapped Alba? Please, I hope they read it. There's no turning back now. The change in Alba's behavior is striking. As we approach Lunefell, her mood drastically changes. Now when she's had her way and we're going to her village, it's like the war is no longer a threat. She's the same cheerful girl I met on day 1.
Aww.
Oh, how I've missed this place, Walter. I can already smell the sweet buns my Nana makes. You've got to try them while we're here.
Leaving right away better not just be a ploy to get some sweet buns, Alba.
I would never do that. Although...
Hey!
I promise. Cross my heart and all that.
Well, I sure hope not to die today. But let's say I believe you. It's still very early. Good, because I don't see a proper place to land. We might circle a bit.
I know just the spot. Right there, by the northwestern cliff. There's a bit of flat ground we could land on.
No?
Oh, and... Oh, Walter!
I'm terrified to ask. What, Miss Tross?
Since we have so much time, do you want to see the goats?
Do I have to?
Oh, come on. They're not as mean as you think.
I sincerely doubt that.
They're wonderful creatures, and they love the fresh water from the stream near our landing zone.
Okay, like, we came here because we're supposed to be evacuating everyone, okay? Girl, like, can we stay focused here? Did we forget the war? Please.
We still have some time. Let's go.
Do we, though? Under pressure from the outside world, the king created a protective border around the island, the Veil. Veil draws its energy from the many watchtowers. The touchdown is hard, but we've gone through worse. Our landing place is on the village's outskirts, offering a beautiful view. The streets are slowly filling with the locals. Look at this Miyazaki-ass village here. I love it. The air is fresh and crisp, carrying the scent of sea breeze. Sunlight reflects on the water's surface, dazzling me. The silence is so calm, blissful. It's only disturbed by the hum of waves hitting the cliffs. The village looks humble from afar, but I'm not surprised Alba talks about it with such enthusiasm.
What are you looking at?
Go.
Let's go.
Hey, we have time. Let me enjoy the view. It's really beautiful up here, Alba.
Told ya. There's no place like Lunefell.
These cliffs do look rather steep, though.
I promise I'll catch you if you fall, my dear pilot. But first, I want to say hi to my old friends.
I'd like to say the road she picks is difficult, but it's not even a road. Tross energetically climbs up the grassy slope on a hardly visible beaten trail. We're so high up above the roaring waves, but she moves fast like she doesn't care for the height at all. But I'm not used to it. I climb carefully, knowing one wrong move can send me falling. Just in case, I don't look back. Oh, hello! Gallery art unlocked. I like it.
Hey!
Come on, Walter. You move like a slug.
It's easier to focus on the purple hair I'm trying to catch up with. She turns to me, seemingly undisturbed by the abyss behind me. The one I don't even want to face. She's nothing like the person who cried in the middle of the night asking me to discard our orders. Her eyes are shining with energy and joy. The homecoming erases her worries, makes her forget the threat of war looming over our heads. Yeah, should we be doing that? Like, again, we have basically committed treason. We are going to get court-martialed, or at the very least I am, and We're just dicking around. Man. I envy her, but I can't keep up when she climbs. How is she so full of energy? Is it really necessary to run uphill, Alba?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got too excited.
I can believe that. Sometimes I forget I'm dealing with a Lassplane, a powerful war weapon of the kingdom. In moments like this, Alba seems like an ordinary young girl, excited about everyday life. Only nothing about her is ordinary. When she stops to wait for me, I'm doing my best to breathe normally. There's not a drop of sweat on her forehead, but I feel exhausted, like after running a marathon. Shame. I must divert her attention before I die of embarrassment. I don't want her to notice my sweaty pits. I could just roll down the hill like a barrel, but I'm not sure if sacrificing my bones is worth it. How far is the stream we're looking for?
Not far at all. You'll see it when we get there.
You'll see the thing we're going to when we get to it. Wow. Who would have thunk it? Did you climb like this when you were a child? It seems dangerous. I dare to look back and a few pebbles slide from under my shoe. My gaze follows them as they rush down toward the edge of the cliff, and my heart leaps to my throat. I'm not sure if this place is suitable for children.
Of course not. It's very steep. There is another path leading to the stream directly from the village. It's fairly pleasant, but way longer.
Oh, so this just happens to be the more dangerous one. Seems reasonable. Totally worth the goats. Totes my goats. Worth it for the goats.
Yep. Don't be a nag, Walter.
I'm just worried for your safety, that's all.
Fear not, we're here.
Oh, we're literally there. Okay. I grab the cliff's edge and pull myself up to climb. The view is spectacular. It nearly makes up for the difficult hike. Here, the rustle of the stream is louder than the sound of waves coming from below. I look around, admiring the surroundings, while Alba walks towards the stream. What now?
They're gone!
I study the stone walls, but there aren't any goats. Walking on luscious green grass, I join Tross. Climb the hill in Lunefell with Alba. Ah, I got an achievement. The cliff we're standing on is beautiful but empty. I don't hear a buzz of insects. There are no fish in the stream. Even birds circle, not interested in the area. It's like we're the only living beings here. I glimpse at Alba, disappointment clear on her face. She scowls. Well, we tried. Let's head back to the village. We didn't come here to look for goats.
It's so weird. I remember it like it was yesterday. This was their spot.
It's been almost 10 years. Even goats need a change of scenery.
What? Do you think they're on a break?
From what? Being goats?
I don't know. Work?
What work could these useless creatures possibly perform? Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus Christ, man. Like, why you gotta be so aggro against them? They're just goats. Do you think it's lunchtime at their office?
You're ridiculous. Even I know they don't hire goats for office jobs. Get a grip, Walter. You stupid, stupid man.
You asked. I watch with amusement as Alba crosses her hands, grumpily eyeing the rocks. No goat comes back from their lunch break to entertain us, or from wherever they are. Not that I want to complain, but I attempt to hide a sigh of relief from Alba. The climb was exhausting. I thought my condition was better. Despite the sea air, I feel weak, like after running for an hour in Sky Fortress. And it isn't even that high here. I watch the swift stream. Dark water seems murky. It doesn't encourage you to take a sip. Even though I'm used to not seeing birds or insects in Sky Fortress, high above the clouds, the stagnation here makes me uneasy. No frogs, no bees, not even a single fly. We're in the bosom of nature, but apart from the rustle of the stream, it's deadly quiet. Is there no one here? Like, is the village empty?
Let's go. I feel weird.
You too?
I'm starting to think it's not something I ate yesterday. My intuition is going nuts. I don't like it. And my head hurts.
Let's go to the village. You'll feel better once we're at your parents' house.
Okay. You're probably right.
Tross hesitates, turning back on the stream and heading for a path to the village. When I follow her, the world spins and I nearly lose balance. I hope she didn't notice. Defeated by a simple climb. Pathetic. Thankfully, my strength regenerates as we leave the stream behind. Halfway to the village, I forget about the weakness in my legs. I swear to God, everyone's gonna be dead, aren't they? Strange. The village is brimming with life. Okay, never mind. Okay. People rattle around as we wander one of the streets. An aroma of a dish from a nearby inn fills the air. Wait, did the Empire poison the water? Or, oh, are they mining? Are they like mining the coal and they poison the streams? Uh-oh. An aroma of a dish from a nearby inn fills the air. I follow Alba, who points at places and explains what they are as we go along. Loonfell is a small school for local children. We pass a group at a crossroads. They're running, nearly crashing into us. I only notice happiness on their faces and reddened cheeks. Living here must be blissful, calm. Life runs its own course slowly, lazily. It's so different from Sky Fortress. Nobody hurries to carry out their orders or to attend a meeting. Few people walk on the street, enjoying the weather. Others talk to their neighbors, sitting on benches or chairs in their gardens. Their faces are unlike what I'm used to. The locals are relaxed, smiling. Some of them hum while working in gardens and filleting fish. Since we returned on that fatal gray morning, smiles have been in short supply in Sky Fortress. We walk, crossing another alleyway when I spot a newspaper stand in front of one of the houses. The man is holding a copy of a freshly printed newspaper. I notice the headline, "Lies of the Vale, End is Near." The vendor calls the locals to buy one, but nobody pays attention to him. Crazily stubborn, he's trying to make the citizens realize the truth. The truth that the Vale won't save them. I stare at the headlines. Conspiracy theories and their fanatics are common in Valestia. But these theories have never been more real. For a moment I consider buying a paper. I'm curious how close to the truth this man is. Alba's embarrassed face distracts me. Her cheeks are flushed and she's not looking at me, but somewhere random. She ignores the newspaper vendor.
I know it's no capital or Sky Fortress, but Loonfell has its charm.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you grew up in the capital, right? I bet you're not used to this.
She nods at the houses we pass. There are children playing in the garden, shouting commands to each other. This place is nice! What are you talking about, girl? It's all good. They're holding sticks and their clothes are dirty and torn from playing outside. The houses are modest, tiny and cramped, judging from how big the families are. It's not the wealth of Sky Fortress, but everyone seems well fed and content with life. And this is actually different from what I'm used to. But not the way Alba thinks it is. I like it here. Don't tell me you're ashamed of your hometown, Alba.
What?
No, but you've been quiet for so long. I was thinking...
I'm looking around because I've never been here. I'd love to know more about your home, Miss Tross. You talked about it so much that I'm curious.
And how do you like it? I know it's not the capital, but...
Oh, stop with the capital thing. The capital has a beautiful, shiny castle, but that's not where I grew up. The slums are filled with miserable people and rats. 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 We are the rats. That's what I'm more used to, you know?
Oh.
Actually,
Rats can be cute, though.
Rats are cute. They need to be... Rats need more representation, all right? They're cute. They're just like big mice, man. Come on. No. Yes. Don't do that again.
What? They're highly intelligent animals.
Not everything can be cute, Tross. Rats are cute, Walter. You shut the fuck up. Shut your whore mouth.
unacceptable.
Objection! It all depends on your perspective.
No, rats are objectively cute.
Don't be so grumpy, Walter.
I'm not grumpy.
Yes, you are. And I bet even you can be cute if you want to.
Oh, yeah? Just like a rat.
Don't flatter yourself. They're also very smart. Oh, snap! Jeez. Damn, this girl got fire in her. The wind carries her laughter when we reach the bridge to another islet? Islet? I think it's islet. We leave behind the screams of children playing and the blissful aroma coming from the bakery. We're approaching Alba's house on the outskirts. I observe everything with curiosity. It's quieter here. Elders are talking over tea or coffee. Their sunburnt faces show less enthusiasm than the young ones, but it's no surprise. They're watching us attentively. They know we stand out. Or maybe they recognize Alba.
It's been another month, Julie. The boys returned empty-handed. There's no worthwhile work in the village anymore. What if all the youngsters leave? How will we earn money?
You're worrying too much, honey. The king has been taking care of us for years. He won't let Lunefell suffer.
I know that. And I'm thankful for the king's mercy, but I don't like that the village doesn't bring any profit.
The crops didn't grow?
No.
I discreetly
discreetly glance at the old couple we've overheard.
I don't even know what that accent was supposed to be. They're sitting at the porch of their house, rather large for Lunefell standards. Their hair is white, faces wrinkled. I wonder how long they've been living here.
If there's no fish this year, too, how will we return the king's favor?
The capital doesn't need our miserable fish, Adam. I'm sure they won't see any difference. Wow, I didn't know it was that bad.
That bad? Has the king always sustained the village?
Well,
I don't know if he sustained it, but we always could count on the king to support us when necessary. Thanks to his kindness, the villagers prosper regardless of the crops or fish's quality. We have everything we need.
I'm baffled. Lunefell already looked worthless from a strategic point of view. Now it turns out that not only does it have no riches, but it also can't sustain itself. All these people live at the king's mercy. The longer I think about it, the more incomprehensible and absurd it seems. The king I know isn't famous for supporting people like that. But there's something Lunefell has and other villages don't. It's Alba! Like, the reason they were sending resources was because Alba was there. And now that she's not there anymore, they're not sending their resources anymore. And again, that's why they wanted us to go south, because there's probably another Lassplane down there. That something, or rather someone, is staring at me with doe-like eyes.
Isn't that amazing?
Ooh! Ooh! Huh! The king does take good care of his subjects. He takes care of Lunefell because you're from here. Huh. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know if he sustained it, but we always could count on the king to support us when necessary. Thanks to his kindness, the villagers prosper regardless of the crops or fish's quality. We have everything we need. Isn't that amazing? So if we tell her the truth, I'm assuming she'll become more disillusioned with, like, the kingdom and the military, and she probably won't want to go back, or she'll probably want to stay. But what will happen then? Like, I mean, we're gonna get court-martialed either way. Now if she wants to stay, like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna upset her? Because she's like their ultimate weapon. So, this is gonna be an interesting choice that we are going to make next time. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening. All right. Well, with that being said, I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. Yeah, we've already gone a little bit over time, so yeah, I think that's about as good a place as I need to go ahead and hold it there for the evening. That'll give me like the whole weekend to decide on what we should maybe go ahead and do for next time, because honestly, this feels like it could be a really big decision. So either we lie to her and she just keeps on going thinking how she always has, that the king is really magnanimous and generous and that her hometown can survive without her living there, or we tell her the truth. She becomes disillusioned with the entire system. She's probably going to ultimately decide that she wants to stay, if that is the case, in order to get the king to start sending supplies to the to her hometown again. And I can't imagine that'll make things any less complicated for the story. So honestly, that might be the more exciting option to go with, but we'll see what mood I'm feeling on Tuesday when we continue this. Thanks for playing the airplane waifu game. Yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying it. You know, there's something about it. Like, it's obviously most of it is a dating sim or a visual novel, and but so it's kind of comfy, in all honesty. Like, for 98% of what we're doing during gameplay, it's honestly kind of comfy. We've only done a single other shoot 'em up session or section, and it was a lot harder than the tutorial section. So I'm a bit nervous to see how the shoot 'em up sections are going to continue to ramp up from here on out. But yeah, so like I said, we're gonna call it there for the evening. No stream tomorrow, but on Saturday we're gonna be continuing on with FGO. So if you want to go ahead and know what when that'll be happening, go ahead and follow my socials or subscribe, and you'll know when the stream goes live. Glad you got to experience the difficulty. I mean, I know shoot 'em ups are difficult, but I didn't realize that we were literally gonna go from tutorial to a lot more difficult than the tutorial. I mean, it wasn't a lot more difficult, but I mean, it was noticeably more difficult. So we'll see how it continues to ramp up next time. But yeah, so again, follow my socials or subscribe to know when we'll be going live on Saturday, and for the time being, that is going to do it from me. So with that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. Hopefully y'all have yourselves a good Friday tomorrow, and with any luck, I will see y'all on Saturday. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.